Harvest is just the time of the year to sing that old favorite, Shine On, Harvest Moon. Do you remember it? Well, if you don't, just follow me.
Shine on, harvest moon up in the sky. Hide and go on since January, February, June and July. No time, ain't no time to stay up on the moon. So shine on, harvest moon for me, my guest. The night was mighty dark, so you could hardly see, for the moon refused to shine. But the sister down beneath the willow tree, for love they pine. Little Mabel cried, afraid of darkness, so she said, I guess I'll go. Boy began to sigh, and he looked up at the sky, and he told the moon his little tale of woe. Shine on, harvest moon up in the sky. Lying and no longer since January, February, June, and July. No time, ain't no time to stay up on the moon. So shine on, harvest moon for me, my guest.
Now let's hear it good and loud.
I can see why a boy should sigh when by his side is the girl he loves so true. All he has to say is, won't you be my bride, for I love you. Why should I be telling you the secret when I know that you can guess? How the smile, shine along the while, if the little girl should answer yes, 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 yes. Shine on, harvest moon in the sky above me. Hiding in our opposite January, July. So dry up the time to stay out, sit around and so shine on, harvest moon,
Harvest is just the time of the year to sing that old favorite, Shine On, Harvest Moon. Do you remember it? Well, if you don't, just follow me.
Shine on, harvest moon up in the sky. Hiding and no longer since January, February, June and July. No time, ain't no time to stay up on the moon. So shine on, harvest moon for me, my guest. The night
Thank you for putting up with that ludicrousy of me. Also, welcome to the stream, iSketch and Ness. How's everyone doing tonight? We are in a not normally scheduled. What did I just do? That was. I didn't even have a chance to confirm whatever the heck that was. 1960s. Game, can you come back on? That was really weird. It must have been the Switch update. Sure, I'll download it. No, I guess I haven't updated it. So, whoops. I am pretty exhausted right now. So, if I start saying things incoherently, oh, you're from YouTube then. Okay. I don't get a lot of people still from YouTube as much anymore. I'm always my Funky Fresh Brothers. I need to try and get the YouTube channel back in order, but life's always a roller coaster, and sometimes streaming is about all the time I have time for. But it is nice for you to drop in. Everyone's always welcome. So, I haven't played this game since, I think, what, December? Or was it November? No, it was either December or November. I don't know if it was the last time I played it was Harvest Moon month or not, but it's been a hot minute. And last I remember, I think the baby was almost born. I also grabbed my sister's controller, not my controller. She's going to kill me. But for some reason, her controller synced up to my Switch and not hers, so I don't know. My Rune Factory Tides of Destiny playthrough. That is something I want to get back to. I have just not had any time to do it. Okay, is this the new one? Oh, wait, what? Hold on, autosave. There we are. Okay, so maybe not quite there yet, but soon. Pumpkin Jamboree. Am I going to play 5? I'm planning on it. I don't have it just yet, though. Good morning, Ellie. Oh, it's been so long, and I feel like I'm on drugs. Given how already Lil was being worth, they need to pick the boy. So, entertainment. Swip Swap. I've already watched Swip Swap. What are these? Crickets? Oh, that might be coming from somewhere over here. It could be the house. Trying to refamiliarize myself with all the controls. Well, that's not the button I want to do. I just need to read the buttons. I can almost barely hear it. It's really weird how quiet the game is. If the audio seems quiet for anyone else, just be sure to let me know. So honestly, again, it's been a little while since I've been able to play this game, so I'm hoping I remember. Really, maybe I should tweak the Elgato then a little bit. Might be because of the headphones I have on that I can't hear it, but I don't know if turning this up on this end makes it louder. At least for me it does. Frontier's been on an indefinite hiatus that I have been talking about getting rectified again soon. It's been slow going getting everything going. It is something. Oh, you got the Earthmate edition. Oh, that's cool. But yeah, I'm looking to. That's not a bad deal, honestly. I'm just kind of surprised the Rune Factory is selling that well. Hey Sora, how's your evening going? Rain, Macho Man lives on, brother. God, my eyes are burning right now. Ooh. What is objective of game right now? I don't actually remember. The original company died. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that it ever really truly made a comeback. Oh, you're gonna have to excuse the yawning. I'm like fighting off the urge to sleep right now. At least to a degree. Sorry. They do kind of look like those Switch Sports people, honestly. They do kind of look similar, now that you mention it. I forget how you're supposed to. I feel so out of it. I forgot how you're supposed to spend your days that you can't. You can't crop things. I feel like I'm just at the point where there's not much left to do. I'm just a little bit groggy. Yeah, I know, just a little bit incomprehensible. It's fine. It's fine. It's not that big of a deal, right? I'm just gonna keep walking into things until something happens. That's just the moral of the story, right? Well, Harvest Moon One World was not made by the same team, but I feel like I don't need to go over that story again, because I feel like everybody and their mom knows that by now. By the way, I never stop talking about it. Evening, Ramirez. How goes it, my friend? My gazpacho. Finally, some good food. Hello, Ellie. How is you? Taking a break? You must over yourself. Yeah, I know. I just started. I've only been up for like 10 minutes. What in the world is about? You're acting strange. I'm always strange. Strangely in love. Don't tell Chlorica. No, I mean, like, I don't care if anyone goes into the story. I just always... oh, wrong button. I always forget how to move anything in this game. Oh, is Kirby coming up this week? I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting everything. Oh, was it crashing last time? I don't think I was aware. So my bad, Ramirez. I'm sorry you were there for that. Yeah, we did have some problems near the end, I think, didn't we? I ended up taking an intermission. It cleared up, and then we were. Oh wait, no. Was that? Am I talking about? I don't remember what stream I'm talking about no more. You threw off my rhythm. I couldn't get on the... I have $1 million! But apparently to get the achievement, I need to ship 5 million crops. That's a lot of crops, guys. I don't know if you knew that. Alright. How many peppers I have? Probably too many. Oh, yeah. Excuse me. Definitely too many. Oh, that's how I do it. Like, something doesn't feel right in the state of Denmark. Oh my god, stop. I'm just getting I'm just getting so groggy. It's so bad. Near company looking in bankruptcy. Yeah, I didn't think it was bankruptcy. It was a separation of interests. Like, Natsume wanted to keep doing something, and Marvelous didn't. Oh, hold on. I need to take these headphones off for just a second. Take my hood off. Anything to freaking give myself a little bit of a wake-up call. Good grief. Oh, I thought it has been a while. I don't think I have streamed it this year yet. My hair is not in peak condition right now. So I'm going to hide it with my hood. My yellow and blue hood. That's like my channel colors. Did I ever change my logo back? No, we're in March and I still have the Christmas logo. Oh my god, why has no one told me? Oh boy. I am a failure. Canceled the streamer. He still got his Christmas profile picture up. I thought I changed that ages ago. I don't know why it popped in my head. Oh, I do. It was because I was talking about my freaking graphics. My graphics. Pick that up, boyo. How goes it my room is? Frick. I picked Metal Gear Solid 3 back up. I'm trying to get that game finished. The lovely people of this town know how to make excellent conversation. They hold a real reverence for Mother Nature. That's cool. Can you get out of my way? I got stuck on your body. Cause I say that to all the ladies. Don't just stop. I'm just. I'm sorry. Once March starts coming in, it's time to start pack up the Christmas spirit. You're not. You know, I'm not your dad. You can do whatever the heck you want, man. I don't care. Oh, I almost didn't see that. Dude, I'm walking into everything. Did I leave the area? I'm losing my perception of time. That was happening earlier today when I was driving, and I feel like I probably shouldn't be driving, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is, till it ain't no more, or something like that. That's how it goes, right? Do I need a nap? I need to sleep. I had to pull an all-nighter because yesterday, I had such a, well, yesterday, not last night, the night before last night, I had such a terrible night's sleep. I didn't like fall asleep till like 7 in the morning, and I slept till 3. And I'm like, I can't keep sleeping in like this. I'm losing all of my days off. So here we are now, with me having stayed up all night, just so I can go to bed early tonight and actually sleep. So I have not played Sakuna Rice and Ruin. I watched a trailer for it, and it didn't actually look very good, if I am to be honest. Alright, where's the crate? Udon. I need to, is it letters? No, that's definitely not it. $5 million G. Oh, okay. What did I? Okay. What did I pull this menu up for? That's not it. I needed a goddess collection. I'm losing focus here. Is that a fish? I can't read it. Where's the curry udon? What is that? This is the game with the Castlevania reference. 'Tis not by my hand I bring you to the stream, but these little humans who wish to pay me tribute. What is a man? Uh-oh. That's my fault! I broke it! It's having a seizure. Give me a second. This is what happens. I literally played this game already for a whole day. And... I'm an idiot. Certified... That's a certified Rimtato classic right there. That's what happens. You steal viewers' bits and makes them your subs. I told you about Slam. To become a lost one. It was not by my hand that I took the bits. The viewers donated them of their own accord to pay me tribute. Hello, darling wife. Good night. If anyone tells her about Chlorica, we're gonna have a talk. How do I... Alright, it's time for sleep. Twitch ill needs a streamer such as you. Oh god, what's the rest of the quote? I don't remember the rest of the quote. You're just gonna have to trust me on this. I can feel the baby moving around now. Gosh. What's it with these waifus here that just smile at me and I turn to freaking jelly? It's just a... Oh. But what is... But what is a viewer? It's a miserable little pile of secrets. But enough watching. Have at the ads. I'm not actually gonna play ads. That was a joke. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I'm surprised I was able to complete that. God, I haven't. I never really knew what. There's nothing between Rune Factory and Story of Seasons. What do you mean? What? I know. I'm joking. I'm being a silly. I didn't give my wife anything. Why am I so terrible of a husband? Let's have his face, and I just throw Armstrong since Metal Gear Rising. Darling, here. Thank you. I'm very fortunate to have a husband like you. But with rapping. I always had seen stuff about .hack, honestly, but I don't really know much about it. Isn't it just like texture is still buggy? They need to fix it. Isn't that basically just Sword Art Online before Sword Art Online was Sword Art Online, but better? Is that not the gist of it? Am I playing Curb? It depends. Does people want me to play Curbs? I haven't even thought of it. I'll probably have to go out and pick it up on Curb Day. I'm confused. I'll have to. Oh goodness! I'll have to see if my sister actually ever ordered it. Processing. Give me just 1 second. If my sister has already ordered it, I'm probably not gonna go out and get it myself. It'll just depend. I'm not even sure if my sister has remembered. If not, then, you know. So I posted a little bit of an update in the Discord, but I'm I want to probably say maybe I'm 65. Well, no, maybe not 65. Like it's like 70, maybe 70 to 75% done with the. That's a lot of plants with the. With the Death Road story. It's almost done. Honestly, the hardest work is almost done, which is just, I have already relearned all the information. I know all the information I need to do, so now I just get to go back. I gotta finish the last day, and then I also just gotta go back and touch up the I will learn to speak someday. Touch up the other chapters that I just kind of, or segments that I just kind of wrote the footnotes on, and plan to come back and no, stupid game. My brain is trying so hard to form complete sentences. You have no idea how difficult this is right now. I just gotta go up and finish do the finishing touches and stuff. I gotta finish the last day, and then it's just going back and touching up everything. So the last day is gonna probably be the biggest chunk to write, because that's where the climax of the story comes in. So the game knows you still love it. Sora, I remember speaking Wolf Beast. Play the demo. Why specifically the demo? How long is the demo? If I'm already gonna play it, why play the demo first? I don't understand. I don't understand. Basically, Death Road's only almost done soon, and once the Death Road story is done, oh, well then, not really much worth in doing that first, when it won't really be a stream amount. Demo unlocks codes for the full game. Well, then I'll probably play the demo on stream first, and then jump over to the regular one, or whatever. Are they gonna talk about grinding Dragon Quest grinding? No! Oh, God. No, I don't want to talk about Dragon Quest. But, goodness, why is this so different? Why is speaking so humanly impossible for me? Tell you the codes? I mean, I don't know. I have no idea what Ness is talking about, so I don't know. It's 2 something p.m. in the game day already. But so yeah, once I'm done with the Death Road story, I'm not planning on having any more stream-based stories for a little while. I'm out of subject material. I need baby food for you. Actually, I have baby food in hand. So, real-time funk graph of my brain. Yeah! Yeah. But, so what happens when you don't get any sleep? I'm running on, what time is it? 8, so 9, so 20. So I'm on 30 hours right now of no sleep. So, just to put that for you. So, at some point after stream 10, I'm just gonna sleep like a baby. I'm hoping, anyway. Where is everybody? Time to head back home. Hello, wife. How is thou doing with bye-bye? What is sleep? Exactly. The doctor is always there for me. Anyway, oh, doctor. No, wait, no, it's doctor. Sorry, I missed a doctor. I know a lot about Forgotten Valley. Doctor. Wait, now that was one doctor too many, I think. Okay. I still hope that the next game that Marvelous makes is a remake of Forgotten Valley. You can't keep bringing up Forgotten Valley, Forget Me Not Valley, and expect me not to want you to do something about it. They better do something about it, you know. You in Hawaii? Oh, Mr. McFarms a lot. Hey, Carter makes the best snacks. You be careful with that man. He's a killer. Oh, hello, Ellen. Autumn is a season of bountiful food and drink. I, for one, always eat well this time of year. What? Apple! Thank you kindly, sweetheart. Do come visit me again, you hear? Bye-bye. What was I saying? Something about when I'm done writing, the Death Road story, which I'm hoping will be done before the end of the week. If it wasn't so tight, I'd probably finish it today, but that's why I was so cut up in anything of it. I don't know if it'll start off right away. I'm gonna try and write the Origin of Aqua book or story that I was mentioning, so that everyone can get a better context of both her character, her actual canon character, not the different fandoms that she has appeared in recently. And I am lost in my brain. Give me a second. I'll remember eventually. Maybe I won't remember. So yeah, it'll be like the full canon version, something. What? I'll smash all the blocks. That's not blocks. That is. It's a good thing I chose to do a sleepy time game with this game, or maybe it was actually a bad thing because this game is too relaxing. But I'm just gonna start rumbling incoherently. Yes, I'm gonna do start right now, like I wasn't doing it before. So honestly, with the baby already on the way, this series is almost over. It's like I don't know, like this game is kind of hard. I've done the harem route. I've got baby. About the only things left to do are probably still finish the festivals. I'm not drunk, I swear. I'm just tired, and my brain is turning to mush autopilot. And then I think after that, after baby born, there's not much left. Does the baby grow up? I think baby grows up. Oh, I was gonna ask about that, but I didn't want to be nosy. We're days now. Teach everything I know before I leave this world behind. Leon and others likes them? Oh, so you mean furries. You go to a gourmet room? Marie won't so much as touch or play if someone else is watching. She hardly is in the first place. Hello? Hey, Rim, you look like you're working hard. Thanks. Ready to bust your butt out there. Cliff is too. Don't look at my butt and look at it's busted. Stop. That's sexual harassment. I won't stand for it. Aware animal? That sounds about right. Sounds kind of vague and blanket term, you know. That sounds almost kind of racist. Whenever I look at the I don't have to pick up the items like that. Ka-chow! Would getting drunk help? It'd probably make everything 110% worse. Granted, I would have to drink a lot of booze to get drunk. I have a very, very, very high alcohol tolerance, it seems. At least for the common stuff. I need, like, the heavy drinking stuff in order to make me feel anything. I'm assuming, because I've never actually gotten drunk before in my life. So I'm like, well, I mean, unless I just have a perfect immunity, in which case, isn't that the point of getting drunk? Isn't that the point of drinking in the first place? Because it's like, if you're not getting drunk while drinking, then what are you even doing? Just go drink a tea or a soda or pop or a water or milk or something. If it's not about getting drunk, then there's no point. Alcohol is bad for you. But everything is bad everything's bad in moderation. Now, everything is bad if it's not in moderation, is what I meant to say. It's midnight. I need to get to 150 health and then go to bed. Harvest Moon NES or Super NES or 64? Dang. I was like, I would have started the stream on time, but I kept nodding off on the couch. I was like, I was trying to write, and my brain was trying to think, and I fell asleep thinking. Hello, Hatenko, I'm stuck. Bye-bye. Oh, fun me. I didn't take care of the animals today. Drunk isn't drunk. Oh no, she's like comatose. She gone. Girl, she gone, bruh. Are there any more yeah, I don't like, not gonna come over here and say that you can't drink or nothing. I mean, it's technically bad for you, but yes, but Megabot Otar, the Autumn Breeze! When watching, make sure to turn on the lights and sit a good distance from the TV. Episode 44, The Winds of Restoration! Let's all apologize. Yeah, okay, we'll all say it together on the count of 3. 1, 2, we're sorry we broke the trees. Our intrepid heroes apologize sincerely and in unison. Slowly, the earthen doll let go of its grip on Megabot Otar's neck. Bits of it began to fall away as it unmade itself and returned to the earth from whence it came. To the untrained eye, there remained no evidence that a giant earthen doll was wreaking havoc in this spot mere moments before. To be continued! Next episode preview, the earthen doll has forgiven our heroes and returned to where it came from. But that isn't the last of our heroes' platforms. What else is left? Find out next episode of Autumn Breeze, episode 45, for the sake of others. Looking forward to it. My dramatic reading. Like, drinking is not necessarily. You said, yes. Baby! Everything in moderation is what I'm saying. But don't worry, I'm not like some alcoholic or anything. I actually am not a big, I'm not a big fan of alcohol in general anyway, so it just, yeah, I'm not really a fan. I don't hate it, but it's like, why would I want to spend all that money on something I don't think even tastes that good when I don't even have a reason to get drunk? And I don't even know what kind of drunk I get. What if I'm a freaking depressed, suicidal drunk? I don't, or maybe that's not the right word to say. Sorry. I'm trying to be cohesive. I don't know what kind of drunk I am. Everyone's a different kind of drunk. That's just the law of the world or something. I don't know. Get out here! And what was my dang point? My point was something. If it doesn't like what's the point of getting drunk if you don't even know what it's gonna do to you? It could be bad for you. I mean, getting drunk is technically bad anyway, because if your body has to throw up because of your own stupidity, then it's probably not something you should put in your body in that way. Like, every once in a while, if I'm out at a social drinking thing, I'll probably have like a rum and coke, and that's mostly because half of it is Coke, so like I can drink it because I hate the the taste of alcohol. Like I don't like how it tastes. Like not really. Like liquor is a little bit different, but like just pure alcohol, bleh. I don't understand how people drink beer. It tastes like freaking, garbage. I don't get it. I've tried it. I've tried lots of kinds because one of my exes started going into a drinking phase, and she pulled me along for all of her endeavors. This is after we broke up, and I would just kind of follow along because I'm an idiot. And I just couldn't find one I liked. So it's like... he with my head and handed off my head. When was the last time I was like this? Oh yeah, the last time I was like this is when I took that freaking that NyQuil or something right before stream and started losing my mind. Like, whoa, this stuff. Rune Factory Rune Factory 5 has a guest character from Tides. Or was you hoping it is? Tides of Destiny needs to be referenced more, and part of that should be about people caring about it, and I need to play that game some more. Not on stream. Well, I mean, I could do it on stream. I don't know if people want to see it when it's just going to be a let's play fodder, but I do have to get that done eventually. One of these days. Why does it take freaking forever? Yeah, Pingu is terrifying. Anyway, if I could focus my thoughts for 5 seconds, Tides was a very underrated game. I had so much fun with that game. People who don't like it, as a Harvest Moon fan, don't have taste. Meg and Doug. Wait, who's Meg again? Margaret? Or... Oops. Well, if it's not my wife, what do I even care? If my wife's not in the game, then what point is there in living? Actually, no. If Chlorica was in Rune Factory 5, then I wouldn't be playing any new waifus. That's a big deal. I'm a loyal AF person. Hatanko, move! I need you to move! Fine. Don't get cut, you dingus. Oh, is Margaret? It's fine. One of these days, I'm just gonna have to pit all of my waifus together against each other in a battle to the death, and see which of the waifus reigns supreme. I've always wondered which of the Harvest Moon waifus were my favorite. They're all special in different ways. That's blasphemy! There's a will, there's a way. God dang it! I'll put a ring on it somehow. No, cause see, that's the thing. You can't say things like that anymore, cause you're just gonna look like some freaking bad control freak person that won't let people live their lives or something. I'm like, bro, I thought that was romantic. I lived my whole life thinking that was romantic, and you know what I just did? I just came across as a freaking pest. Well, if that's the case, then it's a good thing she's not in the game, because then I'd just be sad! I just want someone to take all the love I have to give them. And right now, the only people that I have to do that is the freaking waifus in this game. Not this game specifically. This, like, all of them collectively. You know, it's just... stop whistling! Stop it. You know, I heard somewhere online that there's like a daily recommended amount of hugs that a person should get for good mental health and physical growth, and it's like 5 to 7 hugs a day, 3 at the bare minimum. I'm like, man, I go through most weeks without getting a hug. I'm a mess. I'm like, if that's true, then good grief, I need someone with me for survival's sake. See, this is the thing. It's like I always thought that girls liked, or just people in general, I guess, but girls specifically, because that's what applies to me. No offense. I need to. Let's go eat. I'm just like a touchy-feely type of person. Like I'm not clingy, but I don't know. I'm just very physically affectionate. Not so much PDA, but just physically affectionate with people that I like and care about. At least with girls, anyway. I'm not like handy-holdy with guys or some weird nonsense. But yeah, that's on you. That's just, you know, that's. I'm just gonna talk myself into a trouble. Into a trouble. That's something that humans say, right? Anyway, and I don't know. I just got told by so many people that, because apparently people used to scold me and think I was weird as a kid, because apparently I just used to hug random kids when I was like 3 or 4 or 5, and other people would tell my mom, that's not normal. He shouldn't be hugging people like that. And I'm just thinking, like, man, people over here trying to tell people that kind of thing. It's like I get these mixed signals from life in general, where it's like half of society is like you have to be not affectionate, and the other half of it is like you need more affection. And it's like I'm just over here perpetually, not perpetually, constantly confused, and it just makes me frustrated. I don't know how could there be. According to the waifu, a hug feels soft and warm, and I trust them. Hugs are amazing. They say that it's good for your mental health and good sleeping to when you sleep next to someone that you love. Like, doesn't that be like in a creepy sort of way or anything, but like it's supposed to help your mental state and help you rest well. And I'm like, well, that explains why I rest like garbage all the time, because I lay in bed alone every night. This is a cry for help. Here's the thing. See, here's the thing. This is the thing. I don't. What the heck? Why is my mic over there? Why is it? Oh my goodness, the mic's not even pointed in my general direction. I wonder how long I've been going on this whole time, sounding like a complete idiot. Here's the thing. You don't actually know if I'm actually really off my rocker right now and I'm just saying whatever comes to my brain, or I'm using that as an excuse to say whatever comes to my brain. You never know. I'm not even sure I do. There's that. Dude, I don't understand romance. I wrote a book on it and I don't understand it. Buy my book. It's okay, Sora. I don't understand either. I've been in 2 relationships and I don't understand, if that makes you feel any better. So I probably have it less put together than anybody. You're off. You're off. All I know is I shouldn't be looking at PNGs of waifus and just be like, seeing them happy makes me happy. I'm like, this not real. It's real to me! Or something. I'm not even counting all the video game relationships. Okay. Uh-oh. I missed... Oh, no. I missed Rick's birthday. Whatever will I do? I don't actually care. It's real to me. I love that meme. Have I ever read visual... Wait, so... like the video game visual novels, or like a a physical book one, or what are we talking about? I explain it to me like I'm 5. Emerald Academy, that's nothing. Moving around. I have no idea. Ness, I no idea. Have I ever read visual novels though? Does Doki Doki Literature Club count? Because I technically did that one. I've what, like manga? Because I don't know what the difference between a visual novel and a manga / comic book. What's the difference? Anyway, wait, who's Eliza? I don't remember who Eliza is. There's too many freaking waifus in the world. I've never read Clannad, but I've watched the whole anime, and it made me sad. Like, really emotionally sad. I freaking, like... Fuko deserved much better than she got, and so did the freaking blue-haired girl in the house with the guy with the overgrown lawn. How does a person live in a house with nobody for that long? How do you just forget friends like that? It's horrible. Yeah! I am making a complete fool of myself in front of strangers. Guys, what is a dating game like? Doki Doki's a parody of one. Well then I played a real one? I think I did once when I was younger, but I can't actually discuss what it was because it's not safe for work. Man, I was a kid. Don't blame me. Was I a kid? I don't remember how old I was anymore. But yeah, it was a fish one. Don't judge me. You dare. It's like freaking Twilight. Like, it's smut, but it's not very well written smut. Good thing space is in here. The freaking space hammer is the closest thing I will have to human interaction. Have I actually? I just remember the art for it was very pretty. It was like, have I actually? I'm legit here, sitting here, trying to think if I have actually visual novels. Like, I watched Clannad, I didn't read Clannad. I just don't always have time to read. I was reading, oh god, what was it called? I was reading one for a while, and I because my sister was the one getting the mangas or the books or whatever, I didn't get to finish the story. It was it wasn't Fruits Basket. It was, oh, I don't know. It had a girl working at a library or was it a daycare, and I feel like I remember a talking cat, but I feel like that doesn't narrow it down very much. I couldn't tell you. I feel like right now my thoughts are trying to uncloud, because I'm actually trying to have a cohesive brain function for just a moment. What's that noise? Okay, so I have to do, okay, so, I can't remember if it was a library or if it was like a school or something. Oh my god, I know what it was. Like, if it's on the tip of my tongue. I also read a lot of Yusuba. I don't know if that technically counts. But of course, because of the same issue of not being able to get the full thing in America, I didn't get to finish reading it. But it was like slice of life, so does it really technically have a proper ending anyway? I don't know. I haven't read a lot of slice of lives. I know I've read some, I just can't remember. Look like a fool on national YouTube. Everyone's gonna judge me. Oh. If I had artistic talent, maybe. Oh, you're no problem, Ramirez. That's not proper English either. 2 million people are gonna make you see me, make you fool yourself. It's all for the content, boys and girls, and other identifiables that I don't know, because I'm stupid. Everyone judge him. That's okay. I have been judged by far more harsh people than you all. Nothing hurts more than the judge of loved ones, especially loved ones you wish to impress. I come to YouTube every day, never expecting to impress anyone. Not YouTube, Twitch. No, I didn't. Oh no, they're not watered the carrots. Oh no. Oh, all them carrots are gonna go to waste. No. Wait, what's? Oh no, what's today? There's like festival, because it's got the festival music. Man, festivals. Twitter deserved to die. I mean, yeah, but I also that's where I follow all these cool looking artists. So, wait, but oh no, what's happening? Something is happening today. It's the festival music, isn't it? Or is it? Oh goodness. Have a good one, Sora. Sorry that your internet is dookie today. I've been there, I've done that. I don't want to do it again. Chili pepper! Why do they give so many crops in autumn, but like they left spring and summer mostly the same? But like fall got like a bunch of new crops. I don't understand. Not that it matters that much. Baby! Did I take out the animals? Fall is the best season. Yo, that's some based attitude right there. I wholeheartedly agree. Except when it rains. But even when it rains, okay. I leave the. By the way, if anyone wondered, I leave the rocks there on purpose because I think the aesthetically make the field look nice rather than just a freaking field of grass. You know, you ever look at a field of grass and see nothing but grass? It just looks boring. But you see a field with the grass and you got like a tree or a big boulder out there in the grass field. The aesthetics looks beautiful. Based in autumn. And also correct. Yo, look, guys, it's Ice's OC. Sort of. Remember, you're no longer alone. Be mindful of your health for the sake of your partner. Man, this is why I stopped playing this game on a regular basis. You're all boring! Boring! If you just grasp it, it's just Windows XP. True. That is a factual statement. It's a cute action. You almost... Oh, see? I almost said the words because I'm losing control of my mouth. Pause. That is not what that sounds like. Something's boring. I hate it when Harvest Moon games have boring repeating dialogue. Give me variety. I want to feel like I belong in a real world because I can't. I feel in a better world than the real one because the real one sucks. Wait, so but they should. It's like, they don't, but they should. Hello. How's the farm? I've noticed they're starting to look the part lately. I mean, it's like only the 3rd year of living here. So are you actually? Like the farm takes after the sir? Don't speak in freaking wizard speak to me right now. I like your words, funny man. Wait. Oh, that's Karen. Let's do the Karen voice. Wow. Alright, how got us? You know, you're pretty impressive. I think I could just run a farm on that awesome. See, you know what? This is why I don't got no maidens in real life. I don't have a farm. Apparently, that's how you get the women. You just grow food. When women realize you can make food from the dirt, they want you. Put that in the book. Take that note. Write that down. Write that down. Is it what was one game that made you really bored? Dragon Quest XI. I need the biggest truth of all gaming. Wait, which thing specifically? Like, I really liked Dragon Quest XI at the beginning, and I still really like the characters that are in it and the story. Well, that's right. Well, the characters and their personal stories, but the overarching story is so basic. At first I liked it because of the nostalgia feeling it gave, because it's a simple plot, but it's too simple, and they botched the silent protagonist so badly in it. I've seen good uses of a silent protagonist, like Joker from Persona 5, or any Persona protagonist, for example, and Link, for example, stuff like that. Yes, okay, that's what I thought you were referring to. I just, I have to forget half the things I say, so I just wanted to double check. But yeah, like Dragon Quest XI, it's like it takes all the worst elements of old RPGs of the past. It's like I don't want to spend X amount of hours grinding levels on stupid enemies that don't put up a fight just so that I can keep playing the game to enjoy your mediocre at best story. The stories become really mediocre. The characters like, I'll still contend that the cast, except for probably Serena, is a very like, sorry, Garfield was better. I want her back. And her death still hurts. It's the most feeling I've ever felt out of that game. That's not an axe I can stump. That's not English either. It had a really decent start, like really good. And then the level grinding came into play, and I hated everything about it. Like, the pacing is so trash for an RPG that came out but after 2015. I don't really know exactly what year. Was it 2019, 2018? And then that's a definitive edition. That's the one that should have improved on things, and it's still trash. Garfield's death was pretty bad too, though. I ain't gonna lie, but at the very least, I felt something. I actually liked her. So her being dead actually hurts, because I was waiting for her to come back. And then here's the thing, like, Dragon Quest XI is a game packed with really good characters and really good personal stories, trapped in a terrible game. It's like I used to say about Mephiles from Sonic 06. Mephiles is a really good villain in context, but he's trapped in a terrible game. But it's like, freaking the party members, and like, man, I can't recall the last time I've had such a boring protagonist. Like, people hyped up. See, the thing is, I bought into the hype, and I liked the demo, which is not intuitive of the rest of the game. I bought into the hype so much. Shadow 2, yes. Brain Age is boring. Yeah, Brain Age is boring, but I think that's the point of it, I guess. Boys, we getting Sonic 06 references. Great character stuck in bad game. It's a terrible curse. The Dragon Quest XI cast, outside of Hero /11, whatever his name is canonically, they're all, the main cast is really good. Even Hendrik had a great character arc, and I was not expecting it. The characters interact so well, except the protagonist. Like, the side characters have to fill in all the personality gaps that they couldn't, that the protagonist leaves empty because we have to assume his feelings rather than it's like they want to tell don't show, and I hate that when you try to subject good writing material for tell don't show. I hate tell don't show. It's terrible. I feel like any person who is worth their thing, but like unless you do it right, but like it's so easy to get wrong in my opinion. I keep preaching and no one listens. Like, and here's the thing, Joker's not even a fully 100% silent protagonist. He still has some dialogue when necessary. You can still get a read on Joker's character, even though he doesn't talk as much as everybody else, because the game shows it through body language, through expressions, through dialogue choices, through things that build the character in a good way for a silent protagonist. And Hero/11 is a terrible silent protagonist. It's even worse when Hero speaks as a child? As a child! But not as an adult. Like, are we just such much of a brooding teenager that we don't talk to our friends or something? I don't understand. It's... Right. I thought I was going to really enjoy Dragon Quest XI a lot more, and then most of it's boring. I'm really only trying to stick it out because I'm literally at the end of the game. I hate more than anything getting to the very end of something and just not finishing it. I just want to finish it for me. Taste the pumpkin jamboree. I better get some sweets. Oh, frick me. That's what that is. Darling, do you have candy for the children? Oh, do I have it? I should probably have it, right? Oh, they do, yeah. Oh, why didn't we do that? Silent Protect. Awful game. Here's Isolate's breakdown of why. Oh, hello, May. How are you, you adorable thing, you? He's a pumpkin jamboree. You gotta give streets to the kids, so give me streets. Do with them what you will. Oh, thanks. Bye-bye. Bye. Have fun. Don't die. Pingu, eat thing. Ba black sheep. I hate children. I hate bad children. There is a difference. I hate Twitter people. I just hate a-holes, pretty much, really. I'm a simple man. I don't hate a lot of people. I just hate people that are like that. I also hate Twitter people. Fair. Like, I swear, like I got a lot of freaking likes on a post on Twitter. It was mostly just because I felt someone's stupid shipping of children was ridiculous. Like, look, I don't mind if people have a headcanon about things, even if they are completely 150% false, canonically. That's one thing. Don't talk about your headcanon like it's fact. Subject other people to those facts, and then also that headcanon being questionable at best. I don't think you should be shipping minors together and just trying to do that kind of thing. That's what I got a lot of freaking likes on. It's just like, bro, they're children. Leave them alone! Say they get treats, hand them over. That's like, if people can get mad about people drawing art of minor characters, especially if it's lewd, the thing seems to be done for just trying to ship them or force them into a situation that is or is not correct. I don't know. I am, again, rambling on the things that pop in my head. It's dangerous. I should not be speaking, honestly, but here we are. I also am glad that I finished these carrots in time. Let's talk politics. Oh, that's even worse. Only thing I'll say about politics is I feel like for the last several years we've been screwed with all of our options, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. I've been saying that since for ages. They've all sucked. Joe Biden. I'm gonna pull my eyelashes out. Hey, so there's a pumpkin jamboree, right? Oh yeah, potpourri. Obviously has 40 lashes. Don't you think it isn't fair that only kids get the treats? Why, Kim? I want some too. Well, thanks. Well, see ya. Bye! And again, I don't care about your personal beliefs in terms of politics either. It doesn't bother me. As long as you're not being an a-hole to people about it. That's the only thing I care about. Like, I can respect and like anyone's differences. I can respect anyone's differences different from mine. Unless you're just being awful to people, in which case I can't respect that and you need to go away. It's about the 3 forbidden things. Very valid point. Especially not in stream environment. It really isn't the place. The bold. Hold on, I want to talk about the Great Pumpkin. Ah! I did it again! Why did it do that? I didn't even touch it this time. Oh, no. Doesn't want me talking about the Great Pumpkin. This is your punishment! No! I'm being canceled by the Great Pumpkin! I'm gonna be honest, this is why I like these impromptu Harvest Moon streams, because literally anything can happen in them, and it makes me happy. Dun, da da dun. Pick the apple. Said the P word. Pings! Bing bing. Hello, Pingu. Why are penguins sound so demonic? Excuse me, check on. Check on. No. Grab egg, please. Give egg, throw in bucket. Stupid child. Those are deep. It's pretty self-explanatory. Oh, Ice probably knows all about demons. Ramirez agrees. Go dirt. I don't remember if the grass regrows at the end of the season. I always forget. Put you lead bucket. No need, stupid child. I'm kind of hungry too. I haven't had a proper dinner today. I went to the gym despite having not slept last night. Went and had Subway. And what else? Oh, I guess there was some baked macaroni and cheese in the house. I had some of that. Hi-ya! I love how there's a whole holiday dedicated to 3 people coming to your house and asking for chocolate and getting nothing in return, but love and affection from children, because that's because. Give me that milk. Give me that milk. I've been forgetting to milk the milks. infection. Me too. Why? I think that's the deep-seated reason as to why I play these games, other than having a massive need to farm. I'm busy with the cows, Zach! Bug off! My deep-seated desire to be loved. Mwah. I want love and affection, and I said I get Fortnite Steve. I mean Minecraft Steve. Oh God, I'm gonna get canceled for calling him freaking Fortnite Steve. Okay, that makes me that begs an interesting question, because I wanna hear what people think. What's happening? Today is the pumpkin cherry. What's happening? Oh my God! Do I get to do something with my wife? Yes, yes. It's like that gif of Falco. Yes, yes. Crisket fries. I had Grandma help me make some treats. She taste tested them, so they should be okay. Please try some. I ate too many sweets. Oh no! All my teeth are gonna fall out now! Oh, yo! Pff, day's over! That's it. Canceled. The day's over. What a way to end the day. Eating sweets into a... It's tradition for Americans to play Russian roulette on this day. We both survive another day. Yo, the winter music's here. Oh. Fish will be fished! No fish will be already catch up. Oops. I want to finish my fisherman voice. You're going to catch our life for excellence and real. The episode of the Fishing Facts Show. Fish will be fished. The web famous angler Mr. Fisher talking about us when to keep fish up during the icy season of winter. Oh, Mr. Fisher! Hello there, Mr. Fisher here. Fish tend to be very active in the winter, but as long as you keep burning the midnight oil, you can still fish some whoppers. In the ocean, you can find the fat greenling, flounder, and a long-toothed grouper this time of year. You're discovering for yourself what kind of fish you need to land these beauty. Thank you very much. See you again next time, folks. Hello, wife. I'm scheduled to give birth tomorrow. Will you stay with me and hold my hand? You're about to lose every single bone in right now. This is your moment, hand. Of course. I expect no complications, particularly because doctor will be there to see me through labor. Now I'm mad. Because now that she said that, now I just know the doctor is gonna see my wife's delicates, and I'm gonna have to kill him! Where's the midwife? Doctor's a skank! I never wanted him to say. Ah, stop! Phrasing is very important, okay? I'm more mad about I can't. What's happening? Anyway, you phrase. But context matters. Oh, it's wintertime, Pingu. You happy? Talk about hand-holding. Deplorable. Exactly! I'm the most wholesome degenerate you'll ever see in your freaking life. Don't you forget it. If I let the chickens out outside in the winter, do they eat? We're gonna have an experiment. I'm just gonna say it, and it's that hand-holding and other affectionate acts are way better than what other people think the better thing is, and I'm not afraid to die on that hill. Doesn't matter if you do. The rest doesn't matter if you don't feel like loved and cherished. Low horse, a tango. Absolutely deplorable. Anyway, what I was trying to say earlier that I just happened to remember now that the moment has passed, is, what is a video game that you guys have played that the majority of people, or the popular opinion of said, I'm stuck, I can't move, the clouds have blocked me in. What's a game that you've played that the general public seems to believe is trash, but you love anyway? Maybe love is not is too strong of a word. If it is too strong of a word, just a game that you like that that the majority of people massively dislike. Like we hear the opposite all the time. Yo, Randy's a big boy now, or girl now, I guess. Randy the female cow. Why am I whistling? Oh, I didn't feed anybody. God dang it. I gotta feed them all by hand. More games that need to have difficulty levels. What was the question? Oh, what's a game that you feel that you like or love that the general consensus of the public opinion is that it's trash, or that it's not good, or it's bad? Like, most people talk about what things that they feel are overhyped, but like not as many people talk about things that are underhyped or underappreciated. Like, I'll list an example. It's not, like, the example for me. It's like, I wasn't aware the general consensus was that Xenoblade is bad. Like, honestly, especially among Nintendo fans, I thought it was widely renowned. Am I wrong? My first example was just Fortnite, because the Fortnite thing was the thing that popped into my head. I'm not a crazy fan of it, but it's not really as bad as people make it out to be. People were over dramatic. I don't love it or anything, but it's fine every once in a while. Sometimes I just want to shoot something in a video game that I'm moderately skilled at. I say moderately very loosely. What's another example, though? What's a game that I like that people don't like? People do love to hate on whatever is popular. That was Fortnite for a while, but I mostly disliked it for its fan base and its audience rather than so much the game itself. I would say Arceus, because I hear a lot of people talk negative about it, but, like, I know a lot of people also like Arceus. That's fair. That's a completely valid reason to dislike it. Me, honestly, I'm already too far in. I'm already too far gone. I've put too much money into the game to never play it again. It does make me very angry sometimes, though. See, that's the thing. I don't play to win, and that's why I suck at the game. I don't know. Though recently they took out the ability to build in that game for some season event, so everyone's mad about it or whatever. I'm like, yo, it's finally not toxic and tryhardy. Like Sword Art Online for anime. I watched the first season, or the first half season of Sword Art Online, and I honestly, I had heard a lot of it back then and didn't hear a lot of criticism. I honestly just thought it was subpar at best. It was like, I expected it to have more involved with the video game aspect of the world. Like, they're in a virtual world and things like that. I expected them to touch in more on that, but, they kind of just didn't. They just focused more on the relationship between, Kirito and Asuna? Is that how you say her name? I haven't watched it in like 6 or 7 years, so it's been a long time. I did watch the abridged. The abridged is funny. Like, I felt like they didn't touch in on the story. The world if it was in more so than the relationships of the characters, which is like, I don't know. I'm all for slice of life, but in a world setting like that, I feel like it was a missed opportunity. I like to think that kind of stuff of Isolate is probably not so much the actual characters, but some kind of weird thing wearing a skin of it, almost like a skinwalker or some nonsense. But the game kind of insists it's like actual characters. Plus, there's Dwayne The Rock Johnson was in the game now, as a character. It's really weird. I love how weird the society of it can be. What is a game though that I play that most people don't like, but I like? I don't feel like the Harvest Moon games count because there's a lot of solid, good, wholesome people in the Harvest Moon community, which is one of the reasons why I enjoy the games and the community so much. It's like whenever someone new comes to the stream because of Harvest Moon based stuff, they're always just such really swell people. That's another actually good example. Those are some good examples. I actually like Sonic 06 and Shadow the Hedgehog. Those are some examples. The general consensus is those games were trash, but outside of the loading screens, I never had a lot of problems with glitches in Sonic 06, and I just really thought it was fine. The level design was really good in idea. It just wasn't executed super well. And Shadow the Hedgehog, I love Shadow the Hedgehog. I thought the guns were a bit much, but, like, you can play without the guns if you like. How is Mary Light treating you? Don't act like you're not about to look up my wife's skirt tomorrow morning, you son of a bick. Hearing Shadow curse was wild. Full of real-life farmers or girls who like reading medieval books and fanfics and smell like incense. You can like them as long as you don't ignore their flaws. Oh, please. I'm the type of person that loves something and will pick it apart because I actually care about it. Because I want something to be better. Like, prime example of that, Octopath Traveler. That's a game that I love. I loved a lot. It was really fun, and I liked the stories. But man, was that game flawed, and I hated the flaws in it, because it held it back so badly. I don't think the game's horrible or anything. I think it's still really good, but man, there was so many missed opportunities with Octopath Traveler that would probably never get fixed. And it makes me so sad. Like, it just small things that could have fixed it. Like, just small things. Like, especially most of the things in the final act. Like, so I'm no stranger to being able to criticize things that I already enjoy. You don't even have to elaborate, I get it. Exactly! I didn't want to elaborate. Dude! I didn't really want to elaborate for anyone who didn't actually know what it was, so... But it's flawed. I don't know if Triangle Strategy does a better job of its stuff. We're gonna find out, I guess, whenever I get the plans to play it. It's a big boy. You can fix with fan fiction. That's true. Yeah, no, the game is like a... What the frick was that? So I heard something. Ow! I do got big pockets. Ah, I got away. I didn't mean to read it word for word. Fan fiction's fun. I like that's the kind of stuff where I feel like headcanon is entirely appropriate, because the main canon doesn't do a good job of fleshing that out, outside of some very optional bar scenes, which I think actually do a good job of getting you an idea of what these characters would be like. But again, that wasn't the focus of it. I feel like Octopath Traveler needed more filler arcs involving the characters than they had, which was basically none. Because sometimes it's like it's not all about the gameplay and the story. Sometimes it's just about the characters. Sometimes, and the characters could have been fleshed out upon. I didn't mean to elaborate. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do it. I promise it was an accident. Right, I know, right? It's like they don't even exist, because they technically have to be able to not exist if that's how you played. But it's fine. So whatever. I mean, it's not fine, but... Hold on, I need to get it back home. I need to... Yes, okay, moving on. That's enough about Octopath Traveler. But then again, I'm used to playing. I feel like I play a lot of games with missed potential recently. Like, what's a good example of a game I've played recently with massive amounts of missed potential? I don't know. Oh. Brilliant Diamond. There's one. That's a big boy of a missed potential. Wonderful Life does need a remake. Fanfic Warlord Hera, aka Korn. So I can reach his great medieval grandfather. He got married with a beautiful lady named Kagura. Beautiful is an opinion. Wait, what? Everyone treat few things. Oh, okay, I missed the word. I see you in the morning. Yep, my hand is ready. That, never you mind me, go on to bed. Does she always say that line? Or is it slightly different? Anyway. Dang, Ice. Okay. Alright, here we go. It's Babby time. Oh, I'm just... Okay. Bright and early. Ow, it hurts so much. That sounds very PG-13. There, Ellie. It's okay. Wait, wow, imagine having both your freaking side lover in the doctor and your grandmother there helping you give birth. Wait, that is Ellen, right? Yeah. You talked to her twice about it. Okay. Monica. Stay strong. I'm right here with you. See, everything is fine. Rim is waiting just nearby, too. I'm like, I'm looking over there. Remy. Bobby! Congratulations. Healthy baby boy. Da 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 da. Both mother and child are doing well. There were no complications. Alright, doctor. Get the fuck out of my house. Shouldn't she have gone to the hospital for this? Why are we not right there? PG-13, isolate! PG-13! I'm proud of you, Ellie. You and all the paint did an outstanding job. Congratulations to you too, Rem. You just did a great job standing in the kitchen. Oh no, Melts, what have you done? I gave birth to a healthy baby. Da 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 da. Our baby's so cute and tiny. Alright, do you have a name in mind? Oh, what was the name? What's it? I don't know if it's beautiful with graphics already has. As long as it wasn't like this. Dang, Ice, what the freak? Not naming it Tater Tot. Oh my god. What is wrong with you people? My freaking cursed child Tater Tot. What is wrong? French fry. Do I remember how to spell this? I can't remember. I don't know. Wait, that's not right. Why does that look wrong? Am I freaking dumb as rocks? That's why, because I am dumb as rocks. I can't spell worth for beans. I was doubling the wrong one. Wait, is that really how you... Oh, it is wrong. I did it wrong again! That's why it looks wrong. Wait, what? It still looks wrong! That's not right. That's not how you spell that. What the frick is happening? I can't spell. Why does it look wrong? Is that... It doesn't... Why does that look wrong? Why are you... My brain always... A binding of ice extreme. Why did it just... It doesn't look right in this font. I wasn't seeing... That's how Google's... That's how... See, this is what happens. This is what happens when... This is what happens. This is what happens when I try to spell in public. It's a wonderful ring to it. Isaac, it's good to meet you. We're your mama and papa. My best as a mother. So let's give Isaac a life full of love. Da, 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 da. Starting today, I'm a papa. Isaac, thank you for being born safely. Bro, you think, bro, I'm literally just laying here. Please. The font was throwing me off. Also because I was wrong with it. Wait, where's baby? Oh, has baby. He was running around telling everyone that he's a big brother now. Alright, Ramirez, have a good night. I know how to spell my own child's name. I just... Guys, remember, I'm freaking tired off my rocker right now. I'm sorry. He's an uncle, not a brother. But okay. What? No! Grandma is thrilled about Isaac's arrival, too. Okie dokie. You and Isaac. For a second, I thought the baby disappeared. Like, where did the baby go? What's this? Best wishes from Thomas and Harris. Congratulations on the arrival of your child. Your family and your farm have become all the richer and more wonderful for their presence. Warmest wishes from the bottom of our hearts, Thomas and Harris. Okay. Thanks. He will be biblical name. I don't know. I just always liked the name Isaac, honestly. Didn't really think much about the origin. Oh, yes, what the Dad? Also, use the uncle. He's not brother. Oh wait, no, don't do that. Had it been a girl, I was gonna go with the Illumina, but that, since we rolled the dice on what kid it was, which sounds really weird. What? I'm confused. Oh, with Lumina. Sorry, I didn't realize my freaking brain. I am having a real tough time processing. The animals are all mixed up, and I don't know which ones I've fed anymore. Wait, what? No, Lumina, not, what? What? How do you say her name? I know it's not spelled the same. Something, I don't know. It was the name of another Harvest Moon character, but, from a different game. I think it was from Wonderful Life. Well, I know it was from Wonderful Life. What am I saying? I think I know. One letter difference. Get back inside. It's snowing. They'll get sick. Okay, well, they're not going to go back inside. They refused. Wait, seriously? Huh. Small world, Mr. Isolate. I meant to put that away. She is not. She was not going to work because of baby. What if I talk to the relatives if they're gonna say anything, or if they don't say jack? Your main original story? Ice, what is that story even about? I don't think you ever really elaborated. Goodness, it's you, Rim. Welcome. How's Isaac doing? If only these old legs of mine would cooperate, I would go dote on the little one anytime I wanted. Oh, hey, Mr. McFarland, would you play with me? Ellie's busy at work, and Grandma's legs are messed up, so I'm kind of lonely. Wait, what? Ellie's at work? Excuse me? I thought she was home with Babby. Like, no, she's not. She doesn't even work today. Good question. Hit me with it. I'm interested. That's fine. I have lots of characters I don't have fully fleshed out either for my story, but I have them like in the wings and the waiting. I love character design, so I often have designs for characters that don't have a place yet. And even better. You never know what type of fiction will become the next big thing. Or the next overplayed thing, like Marvel. Or Star Wars. Like, you know, you never know. We could be seeing the makings of a castle. Hiya! What can I buy from you? No, I can't do that yet. Don't have enough money. Why is gold and lumber so expensive? It's 100,000. I hear voices. But please be the first from time. Have you heard of it? Children are geniuses. They see things for what they are and can express themselves with inevitable clarity. Why are you talking? What? Are you talking about my kid? Hello there, how you doing? You cut rid of any strange or unusual activity? But of course you haven't. Every time he talks about Chew, I think of Chew. I feel like I need to try to and more accurately describe my story sometime. I don't know if I've ever actually tried. But, like, be gone! Like, the story is, like, a dumbed-down version of it. It's about... Okay, well... You know, I might as well talk about it to fill the void of lack of conversation, because I don't have nothing to say about the game right now. It's like story is it's set in a modern world, kind of similar to our own times right now, where people with special gifts or powers. The closest thing I can relate them to would be people like from the Avatars. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know. My brain forgot. For some reason, I thought you you disappeared. Like, oh no, someone asked me a question about my OC stuff. I'm gone. I just figured you were typing it up or something. Which are just me and my friends had called them powered humans, which was a kind of a blanket term for human beings that possess supernatural abilities. Like, for example, Aqua, obviously, which is a great example. She's a water human, which gives her like control over things like all different forms of water, like ice, vapor, that kind of stuff. But there's all different kinds of powers. There's weird ones, there's normal sounding ones, and they all live in a world. They had lived in the world like with humans, like kind of in hiding until an event that happened, like a world-changing event that kind of brought their existence to life. So now the world is kind of it's in like a state of kind of chaos because they have the powerless people of like the world trying to continue living life as normal, but now just trying to deal with the fact that powered beings exist. I'm doing a terrible job of explaining it, I feel like. So there's it takes on levels of like the discrimination between humans. It kind of has like an X-Men vibe to it, where like the humans are afraid of the powered people because they don't understand them, they're afraid of them. But it's not quite so much X-Men as that they're being hunted down, but it's just you deal with that kind of prejudice. While at the same time, the main cast of characters are the group of world savers that they work and help kind of protect the planet. And they're a mix of like both powered people and non-powered people. I did it the wrong way again. And it kind of it's kind of the story of them both trying to be normal people and have normal lives, while at the same time also dealing with all kinds of different ludicrous threats because they just always crop up. If I wasn't so tired, I could probably explain it a lot better. So it's kind of like half a serious story about a group of people, some powered, some not powered, that are trying to help protect the world, mostly from also an ungrateful world that discriminates against them, while also being kind of not so much slice of life-ish, but like being about these characters and their struggles in a world that's that kind of that's in that way. If I'm explaining it correctly. When I get to write Aqua's origin story, I'm at the same time also going to cover... Oh my god! I didn't mean a cat call my wife! Let's see. You taking a break? You must have reversed yourself. Oh, you're saying the same thing as before. Oop, wrong button. But, when I write Aqua's story, I'm going to go over more depthful, but not overly in-depthful, and explanation of what it... Because it's... I don't know. I'm also trying to... Yeah, the thing is, I can't take credit for all of it, though, because a lot of the world building came from my friends that we all played on a roleplay website together, and we all kind of added our own takes of the lore and helped build the lore. Like we had started off as them just being a bunch of secret people that like lived in the shadows and saved humanity, and then it just like at one point it kind of broke open, and then it's like, so it's like it's almost like trying to write a story with the same world, but with several different writers, like with a bunch of different people with their hands in the pot, or like, you know, so lots of soup. I almost said a bunch of soups in the kitchen, and even that doesn't make any sense. A bunch of chefs in the kitchen or whatever. Hi, Kudo. How are you? I am a little sleep deprived, so I am not making a lot of sense. But how are you? Oh, I always missed the fish. Oh, I need to go home and go to bed. It's midnight, almost. But it was done in I'm confused, but yeah, I'm confused too. Like I'm in a constant state of confusion. But like since it was written, the lore was written by a ton of different people, and a lot of the original cast of the stuff we worked together was all written by several different people because they were their own characters. Because we treated it both as like a game, but as like a story we were telling as we went. And the baby just sits on top like a freaking potato tot. So, and the stuff I'm trying to write, the story I'm writing, it kind of jumps in the middle of a pre-established thing. Like there's already a pre-established group of people that help save the world. It doesn't come together at the beginning of the story like it kind of would. You're jumping in sort of in the middle. Because I was having the story kind of be a spin-off type of thing in the future, which started off as being like future, then it became parallel universe. It's a really confusing thing. And trying to rewrite it so that the stuff I'm working with is entirely my own, or most of it is entirely my own stuff, so that way it's not like taking ideas all from them, other than some base core world building. I hope that makes sense, because I really feel like it didn't make any sense as I tried to explain it. The baby just lives in a blanket. Baby's in a blanket. I haven't given him anything. Okay, good, because I'm so mentally tired in a way that it's like I'm just afraid that I'm completely botching my explanation. I don't know why I chose when I'm exhausted to try and explain something, because I think is one day I want to try and go somewhere with it. Hello, konnichiwa, something. Today I bring you a special bargain with 3 exotic fruit. So for you, no one else. Ta-da! Your apples, but they're not just any apples. The first one is named the Shidul apple. The short version, the full name was really long, so it's already the super ultra great, delicious, wonderful apple. Very long name, yes, very long. It is kind of hard. It's like the second apple is the Hajim apple. The apple has a very long name. It's a hyper-miracle, sweet, gorgeous, beautiful apple. Chinese, I don't know. Probably. Yes, that's the Afifi apple. It's very long already. It's eternal, pure, fresh, elegant apple. Very long name, yes. Okay, 500 each. Give. I always buy the wrong one. I think it says. Blah blah. Okay, bye. I'm busy. Pink apple. I wonder if it's painted. If it's spray painted apple. Ah! I didn't mean to eat it. Oh God. Is this a video game? China isn't real. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's always really hard to explain my story that I'm working on to people that like I don't have an understanding of at least the base knowledge of what I was working on. Let's see, did that count? It does count as food. I don't need to feed them individually. Thank the Lord. Like someday I'd like to actually get the story. I don't know if I've said this before. I'd like to get it polished up to the level where I could maybe do something with it. A lot of my friends, our writing was inconsistent with it because we weren't trying to write a stories per se for the sake of it being a cohesive thing. We were just kind of doing our own thing with it. And, what was I, it was just, I think for a lot of us, because a lot of it was written in our teenage years, like 15 through 18 and stuff. It's like actually maybe like more like 13 through 18. I'm not exactly sure. It was going on for a long time that we built this really massive world out of it, kind of just for our own satisfaction, honestly, because like it was like everyone else's own little therapy escape bubble type of thing, where the characters would be like what you want to be, because like that was the thing. Like I had a character that was named after me because that was when I lacked any originality, which is why the rim of the story is named that, because I never could think of another name as a kid, and I try to keep consistency. I just wasn't sure, but it was always written to be what I would have liked to have been rather than what I was. And then once I changed in life, like the character's arc was finished, which is why I shifted to Aqua so much, because then I entered another arc in my real life, and Aqua was my new Vent character. So it was like a thing that we never meant to be for like a mass taken in thing, but it's something that means a lot to me, and I would like for other people to, take it in and get something out of it as well, in a way. Because I think a lot of effort went into it. I think I'm making sense. I don't know if I'm making sense or not. I mean, I guess like the character is like the self-insert, not so much, but like there's other characters I wrote that was like, I feel like sometimes those are the most real characters that you can write, because when it's literally you're writing in a way about yourself, it's like you connect with it more, and it becomes a more sort of, I guess, original character, because it's based off of an experience only you really have. It's like tailored to you in a way. So it's not like, oh, you're just trying to create something specific or you're trying to copy something. It's literally kind of like an extension of yourself. That's another reason why Aqua as a character is very special to me, or became very special, because Aqua went through a similar character arc that I was going through, and I used my own real life pain to bring her character more to life. So therefore, feeling more real to me. It's like that meme, she's real to me. I think that was another reason why I wanted people to like Aqua so much, because so much of so many elements of myself went into designing her. And when she started off as just a kind of filler character, she ended up having an extension of myself. Which is why, there's a personal attachment there. I agree, Kudo. It makes them feel more real. That's why I want to get feedback on it, because it's like I want to see how these characters, especially when you don't have any bias in terms of like, oh, well, I was part of this story, or I helped develop pieces of it like my friends did that we wrote it together, so they have a sort of bias towards it. It's like I wanted to see how others like take that and it affects them. I don't know. I don't necessarily know if I'll ever be like any kind of published writer or go anywhere with it, but it's not really about that. Even if it ends up just being like a self-passion project I never get anywhere with, it's something that I've had in my head for like the past 12 years or so, maybe even longer. And I had put it down for so long because life got in the way and it sucked. And like it was weird coming back to a story I had mostly, well, not really fully abandoned in my mind, but had abandoned physically for so many years. You get a piece, and you get a piece. Exactly. And, it'll be clear when I write, like, Aqua's little personal story for you guys to see, so that way you can kind of know what the depth of her character is. But, like, a good element of it is, like, there's a very good chunk of Aqua's story where she is suffering from a severe depression. Part of it is natural, another part of it is, like, dark monster influence, so it's kind of the fantasy element of it. But like I wrote that out of my own pain and depression, so I related to her. Because at the time, the character I had written that was my vessel, Rim, had started living a life that was way better than my own. So I no longer could relate to him, so I needed to relate to someone else. And Aqua was the next best character because she was mostly a blank character. But like I said, when I write that, you might get an idea how that works. I have a bad/good habit of just... wait, hold on a second. If Ellie... Oh my god! Ellie left a baby! I can't... She didn't even tell me! She just left a baby here! She left baby Isaac all by himself! And I'm busy out... I'm not watching him! Where's this miscommunication? It's the second day as a parent, and she's already left the baby unsupervised. Oh my goodness. Ratio out my soul into fictional characters like some psycho. Fair. That's a fair evaluation. I should also get a piece of lumber. How do I... There we go. Well, that's the thing. See, that's kind of what I'm trying to go for in terms of a writing. Like you're having a sort of a heavily fictional element of a story where like kind of not like sci-fi or fantasy, like has that style of stuff in it, but like the whole point of it is how would that fit into a modern world. And I know that itself in concept is not original. It's not that I was trying to be original with it, but the focus is not just on the type of sci-fi elements, but it's also just about the people that live in it and how they react to it. As a kid, I wrote the chapters to be focused mostly on the action, so I'm rewriting a lot of it to focus more on the characters as well and how they react with a world like that. Oh, no, that 100% makes sense. That's what I would like to strive for, which is why I want to try and get better at writing different types of diverse characters. Like, for example, if you ever do get a chance to read it, that did not look like an eel. One of the characters I ended up writing, and part of his personality was written in the past before I had gotten inspiration from it, in a way. But, like, one character, he acts a lot like a Kaito from Danganronpa, for example. Like, wasn't intentional, and then there's another character that acts a lot like Maki, which, again, was not intentional because the characters I was planning, ages ago, before I ever even knew what Danganronpa was, but they're... And then afterwards, after seeing them, I see more of that character type in action and gives me kind of, like, an idea, because it's like... I don't know how to write all types of characters, so I'm still learning how to write different character types. It's like an extra... That's why I do a lot of those writing exercises, and I post them in the story chat just to get some feedback. So I'm like, I'm trying to learn how to do different things. I don't know why I went on this long tangent. I feel very bad for anyone who just does not care. I'm one of those types of people that I like to talk about things that I guess I'm passionate about, and then I feel bad for bending someone's ear who may not care, and they're just kind of smiling and nodding. Which, speaking of which, I didn't even mean to, and I cut you off, Ice, so... Totally wasn't what I meant to do, but it's totally what happened anyway. It's like, I know that people... Oh, thank you. I'm glad someone thinks so. I don't know. I guess the reason why I get so, passionate about talking about it and wanting people to partake in it is mostly just because a lot of it, that's the thing, like, a good portion of, I didn't mean to pause, a good portion of that story was written in my youth when I was very impressionable, and, it had a large impact in my I wouldn't say childhood, but like my adolescence, like my teenage years, my very young adult years. So it's like I guess in a way a personal part of me, and it's like trying to go back and refine it, and it's like I want people to I wanted to see what other people think of something that I put a lot of work into. I guess that's like the same kind of validation I think. It's almost like, when I used to make YouTube videos, and it's like I wasn't like doing it to get famous. I just enjoyed the interaction with commenters and the validation, which is why I liked streaming so much when I started that. Because that was instant feedback and instant like what's the word? Validation. I don't really do streaming. I mean, it would be nice just because of a not so much a career, but like a peace of mind type of thing that I could do like streaming as a job full time, but I know it's not realistic. But being able to do something you love like that as a living would be amazing. I feel like I don't feel like I'm the best writer, but it's something I would like to get better at. Anyway, I'm going to take a pause for a second while Ice goes on. Ultra the bottom breeze! Watching, make sure to turn on the lights and tell the TV. For the sake of others. Is it over? Now that the earthen doll was gone, our courageous heroes could finally breathe easy. Well, that doll went away, but now what do we do with all these trees I accidentally broke? Well, an interesting question. Perhaps we ought to repair them. How do we do that? What if we just put the broken ends together and take some sticks to brace them and wrap them up all bandages, like an emergency cast. That ought to work. Next episode! Preview. Rory does his best to fix the destruction he unwittingly wrought. Will it be enough? Find out next episode of Ultra, the Autumn Breeze, Friends Forever. I actually don't remember when a robot became involved in this show at all. I feel like I jumped in the middle of a series and it doesn't make any sense to me. And I feel like that from the beginning of that. Why find stories that people are gonna think I stole this? I honestly, a lot of elements of my story were always I feel like it's impossible to not have a bias and not be influenced by other, say, forms of media or whatever. I think it's impossible. There's just too much out there. Like, honestly, it's something I want to change going forward, but like a lot of things, like say Rim, my character Rim, not me Rim, but the character Rim, his original like design, a lot of it was heavily based off of like Link's design. I don't like. What the frick is that? What is that? What was that? It's a freaking orichalcum egg. Like a lot of his early design in terms of looks, it's a platinum egg. It was based on like Link's design, just kind of mostly in outfit wise. Because as a kid, that like Link was like my role model in a way. Like as a kid, because I was very young and impressionable. And, like, most people get, like, attached like that to superheroes and stuff like that. For me, that was young Link for some reason. I connected to him so much because he was, like, the cool young kid that was just, like, given a sword and going on a magical adventure and out there to save the world, and it's a kid's responsibility. And as a kid, I had never really seen something like that before. So it was really cool for me. I don't know. So a lot of that bleeds into that design. Mostly nowadays, it's more like reference work or like inspiration rather than blatantly ripping things off. Even though he totally screwed up. I mean, that's true. But I mean, a lot of that also stems from Majora's Mask. He was pretty cool in Majora's Mask. I don't know. Like they say that honestly that there is no original idea anymore, and honestly, after trying to think up of different types of ideas, it's very difficult. I can't really say I've ever had an original idea or a 100% original character. Like the archetype has probably already been done before. The only thing that you really can't that you can really do different is the character and their situations that put them into those positions that can be unique and can form them as people more uniquely. But then again, that's also just people as well. Come back, Pingu. I don't I don't know why all of a sudden I've like woken up from my weird drunken like sleep-induced stupor and I've just gone off and I just haven't been able to stop. So I apologize again if that's going around too much. Why I almost said something so rude to her and I'm so glad I caught myself. Exactly. That's kind of how I like to look at it as. It's like certain ideas have all been done, but there's always there can always be a fresh spin on the same thing. You don't think that's what original means? That's a fair point. I've never really that's a very fair way to phrase it. Like a jigsaw puzzle idea. Exactly. Exactly. Like for example, I've played some indie games that are heavily Zelda inspired. Like they're literally like love letters to Zelda, and I've played some of them before. I even played some of them on stream. I think one of them was like Oceanhorn, and I can see the Zelda inspiration there, but it still has its own entirely unique identity, and which I think is really cool. It's like, and there's some other that's I think that's part of the reason why I like indies so much, because it almost kind of feels like kind of how I feel about trying to do an artistic direction of something, where it's like very high affection level, where it's like indie games really almost never like reinvent the wheel. They don't give you something that's never existed before. What they give you is a twist that you've never seen on it, usually, because it comes from a fresh set of eyes, and that's why they're usually such fun and refreshing things. Like, say, like Hat in Time or Pumpkin Jack or things like that. That type of formula's been done, but they have such unique, fresh spins on it that it doesn't feel like an old idea. It feels like a new idea. I guess writing and art are the same kind of thing. Or just kind of anything that you create out there. Like, technically, same could be said for something like streaming or something, too. When you got, like, hundreds of thousands of content creators out there, it's like there's no original content, like, but in a certain way, like there's probably dozens of other streamers that probably could play this exact same game. There's dozens of people out there that are being VTubers now that it's more of a mainstream thing, but it's like it doesn't mean that yours is not wholly original. Like, I don't think there's anyone out there that probably streams this the same way I do, with the same type of weird back and forth banter I have with you guys. So it's kind of like that works like that way too. I'm also just running around in this game talking, and I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. I have absolutely no idea what I am doing. Switch DNA from Wind Waker to Majora's Mask. I know, and I love it for it. It did. Like the whole first area felt like a massive love letter to Mario Sunshine and Wind Waker, the first area, the Mafia Town. But then it's like it completely went off and did its own thing. I even heard the beta of Subcon Forest was even more bizarre in terms of originality. And I'm like, it's just nice to see. Like, it may not have ever gotten used, but it's nice to see how much creativity goes into that. Part of me wonders if it would have what we would have missed out on, but that's like that with anything. Like, I used to think what would have happened if we had an Ocarina of Time game that played more like probably the future of what Breath of the Wild looked like, but then we wouldn't have had Ocarina of Time, and we would have thought the exact same thing. So you go in that vicious cycle. I've seen a little bit of the digging of it. I guess, and that's the thing, is like when it comes to content creating too, it's like when people think that they don't have anything different to bring to the table in terms of maybe games or what you're doing on stream. No, technically it's done, but it's different because the person doing it is entirely different and they have their own spin on it. Like, for example, let's use a really bad example. Like, Game Freak put their own spin on Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, and then the outsourcing team put their own spin on it, which or rather chose to not put their own spin on it. That's a bad example. Individuality comes to exactly. Like, here's another like example, and if anyone has played Persona 5 or has like Royal and has seen the final boss of that game, I'm not gonna spoil nothing or anything. I'm just saying, if you know what I'm talking about. I didn't even realize until I was rereading some of my old writing stuff that I had literally created the villain of Persona 5 in my own work with the exact same motivations, the exact same desires, like the exact same kind of moral dilemma he had, completely unintentionally. Now, if I was to put that out after, people would be like, oh, well, you just kind of copied that. I'm like, the idea was birthed from somewhere before. Which I thought at the time was because at the time I hadn't ever seen anything like that in terms of, character design. I was still trying to learn. I was trying to branch out and do different things. But it was really weird going back, rereading my old stuff, and realize, wow, I just created, like 5+ years ago, a villain that's in a mainstream thing now. Like, obviously, like, ideally wise, obviously, it's not the same character. But, I don't know. I'm so sorry, Isaac, that your mother has left you here. Where's the... what item? How do I get to the... is it this menu? What is this? We're deeper than... Well, honestly, that's the thing, Isolate. With my friends, as we call it, our writing group, our role play, we had been going on for, like, I don't know, somewhere close to 12 something years. I don't know exactly how many years we had been going on together before we started slowing down and getting too busy with our lives. But after you've seen all of your friends, they keep creating different types of villains, and that's the thing. They would create more diverse villains or characters constantly because there's so many different cooks in the kitchen that everyone's making their own dish. And it's like, well, I can either do the same thing or I'm forced to agree even to try to branch out. And so that force of trying to do something different without doing the same thing as everyone else has done is kind of forced me to develop that kind of idea. What am I trying to do? Where's the menu I'm looking for? That's not it. I can't... How do... Oh no, I woke up the baby! How do I get to the... Stop! I'm stuck. Where is it? How do I just get to the menu? How have I Okay, there we go. I'm like, where's the button? Which button is it? Okay, I just wanted to see the freaking residence list and see if... There he is! Oh, he's so cute. Oh my god, the portrait! My child, I want to give him the best life I can here in Mineral Town. That's... Wait, what? I didn't know there was these whole bios on there, or did I? I don't actually know. It's been so long, I may have known. But yeah, I guess the form of, in a way, competition forced me to try to think of more out there ideas. Bumblebee baby, I know. It's kind of like spoilers, because he doesn't look like that yet. He looks like a design from Wonderful Life. That's kind of partially why I've pushed more into my writing lately than I used to, because I was gone from it for like almost 10 years, like I had said. Because my friends have moved on in their things, and there's still creative stuff I still want to tell. There are still stories I want to tell, and people to experience them. I want that validation. And, like, all of my friends are too busy to partake in it anymore, and it's really kind of depressing. Because, like, because I was... The funny thing is, when my group of friends, I don't know if to say if that was bad, but it seemed like out of all of my friends, I was always the worst storyteller when I first started. Like, everyone would have these more elaborate stories and plots and whatever, and mine would be so basic in comparison, and it was like, man, my stuff looks so bad. I was always, like, looked at as the worst one because mine just weren't as high quality or whatever. and I've been trying to get that validation that like I can do it. I never thought as a kid I'd ever want to be a writer, because the funny thing is, when I was in school, and I was homeschooled, so that makes it even tougher in some ways. I feel like homeschool is tougher, but at the same time, you survive it, you come out a smarter person, I think. I don't mean that to sound rude, I'm just think you learn different things in a homeschool environment than you do in a public school environment. But, like, I hated, like, language arts and all that kind of stuff. All of that base stuff. I'm like, who are you to tell me how I can and can't write language book? That's how I treated it. And, it's amazing how it's something that if I had the opportunity to, I would love to pursue that as a career path at some point. Also, I'm probably very obnoxiously messing with my facial hair because I'm half asleep. I feel like this would be the point of the stream where Space Cat would just pop in. Yo, but no maidens, though. You got all this to say. You got nobody. Like, oof. That's the thing. I hated it, too. Like, it was, like, so bad. Like, but I was also really bad at standard school, because the thing is, I learned different than other people. Like, I didn't conform to the curriculum. Sorry. I'm sure my language arts skills are apparent in my inability to pronounce anything correctly. He would do that. But I loved being able to do my own spins. I think I hated it whenever school asked me to do a book report or something on a particular book. I'm like, I don't care about this. Like I think because I was homeschooled, I was never forced to read To Kill a Mockingbird. I've never read it. I don't know if it's good or bad. I just know it's notorious in school. But I got to pick my own things I wanted to write subjects on, and that kind of helped me be more engaged. Like, I remember one of my finest book reports, or biography reports or whatever, was writing a whole freaking paper on the life of J.R. Tolkien, the creator of The Lord of the Rings. And I learned so many cool things about him that I'll never forget. Like, apparently he was terrified of his wife's driving because he was a bad driver, and she drove into a wall. I'll never forget that information because that stuck with me. It's weird, the things that stick with you from school sometimes. It's infamous because of one page. There's so many books I've never read, and it's not because I don't want to read books. There's always so much media to take in life, like in video games, in anime, manga, movies, TV, whatever your form of media is, there's always constantly more. As a kid, like, there wasn't enough media for me to want to take in. And now as an adult, with not enough time anymore like I did as a kid, there's too much to take in. You have to pick and choose. And it makes you wonder why I'm spending my time playing Harvest Moon at 11 o'clock at night in the garage. But it's the type of media you choose to take in. I keep jumping. What's that music? Hello. I look at this shining happy face, and it just reminds me of what I don't have. How cynical. Cynical? Cynical. A better way to spend time, my guy. It's always about you and you. I'm always. That's why I'm always very picky about what type of games I like to play or what media I like to intake, because it's like your time is valuable, and you want to spend it doing something that you feel like is worth the investment, worth taking time from something else. That's why lately I haven't had time to go back and replay old games, like, say, Majora's Mask. I've talked about coming back and replaying that on stream again sometime soon, but it's like, I just have not had... Wait, what the heck? Oh, there's the Platinum Egg. I was going to say, what happened to the Platinum Egg? Because I'm too busy taking in new media to go back and revisit old media. And I'm like, man, I really am getting old. Would it be like freaking Andrew Garfield in that Tick Tick Boom movie where I'm having a midlife crisis because my life is falling apart because it's not where I want it to be at 30 years old? I think I turned 30 this year. That's a sad thing to say out loud. I know age is just a number because what does it matter if I'm 30 years old if I'm still, doing this, the things I probably would have done if I had the ability to. Well, I was doing it 10 years ago. What am I saying? I've been doing this for a long time. If anything, sometimes streaming kind of keeps me focused on taking in more media because it makes me, interact with things that I may not take all the time to do. I don't know. I wish I had more time to play these Harvest Moon games on stream, mostly because like they're like part of my childhood. Like, I didn't play these games, obviously, in my childhood, but, like, the genre itself is deeply rooted into my childhood. Weirdly enough, I also know that, like, that level of interest in this genre found its way into my writing as well, I've noticed. Ramirez points it out, like, he liked to read, like, the Shining Force members, all they do is eat food. Because that was the thing I enjoyed a lot. Like, that was another one of my big passions when I was that age. Was just learning to cook and wanting to be like a chef. So that interest found its way into my writing too. I was always having one of my characters be like realizing the dreams of a chef that I never could. Or didn't want to. Not because I couldn't cook or whatever, but I heard of so many horror stories of what it's like to be a professional cook in like a real world setting, and it's like it takes so much dedication and so much of yourself to function there. I'm thinking, like, I don't want to put so much work into something that it becomes something I'll grow to hate, which is why I never really pursued a career like in cooking or something. Not because I didn't enjoy it, but because I enjoyed it. I didn't want to make it my career. I'd rather keep that talent, but that passion for people that I actually care about rather than just mass produce it out there. But I'm just one of those people that doesn't, like, that's the thing. That's something that I noticed I think I had a lot of difficulty with my exes. Is the fact that they all wanted to go out and do big, amazing things or make, like, a mark or something for themselves. They wanted to, I guess technically in a way I do too, but on a different type of scale. It's because they had different kind of big dreams to they wanted to fulfill, and they found mine to be small potatoes in comparison. You seem well. I guess it's true people say about parenthood being a transformative force. What is that supposed to mean? Junior are geniuses. They see things for what they are and can express themselves with inviolable clarity. Could go into the mines, but I don't really feel like going into the mines this stream session because it would take a lot of concentration. I'm too busy mindlessly yammering. Maybe not mindlessly, but I'm tangenting pretty bad. I'm driving everyone away with my tangents. I will have to wrap up stream too soon though. I have some other stuff I want to do before bed. So we'll probably wrap up about 20-30 minutes, depending on what the gameplay is at the moment. I feel like I almost maybe have vibed people out. You concentrate. I'll do the commentary. I hate going into the mine. The mine's like a huge, like, God, is that how I sound sometimes? Sometimes I just don't know what conversation. It's like sometimes the way I talk to you guys in chat is not because I'm disinterested or don't have something to bring up. Sometimes it's just like when I see you guys so often, it's like how I am with people in real life. If I work with coworkers on a daily basis or whatever, or on a multiple times a week, you run out of things to talk about because you already say what's already been said. when I stream 3 or 4 days a week, I've already talked to the same subjects of everyone as as I can. That's why Let's Playing became difficult, because eventually, when you do it so constantly, you run out of something interesting to say. You've said it already. Which is part of the reason why I didn't necessarily stop myself from tangenting, because at least I have something to say other than quietly walking around. It makes it more cozy. I say things like this before, and I mean it entirely. Where do you keep coming from, Jennifer? That being someone's background music is like one of the best honors I can have. Like I don't mind the idea of being someone's background music. I feel like, or just kind of background company. We talk about the forbidden subjects. Oh, Mr. Frick farms a lot. Hey. Alright, I'm good with it. Such a blessing. I guess so. Yes. But yeah, I guess it's because my dreams and ambitions were much smaller compared to what they wanted to do with their lives, and that might have probably caused some tension too. People, and the thing is, people would tell me this. Even my exes would tell me this, or well, one of them anyway. And I always took it as a like almost like an insult, telling me I should find someone that has lower aspirations like me. I'm thinking like, excuse me? You just literally said I just don't have aspirations? I feel so personally attacked. It's like, look, just because my aspirations aren't necessarily as grand in the subject as yours doesn't mean I don't have aspirations. Probably was an insult. It could have been. My ex Wendy can be pretty callous with the tongue. She insults without meaning, because she just speaks her mind, as well as a certain other someone that I'm not going to mention, because there's no need. There's nothing to be gained from that. It could have been, but like Wendy is not really a hateful person. She doesn't express herself quite well all the time. And that's fine. I lived with it for years. I learned to adapt to it. I learned to take things that most people would get overly offended by and be like, no, I know what the person is like. I know that they're we found the fourth forbidden subject. Where do I fish? I don't know. I try not to take it too personally. Like, some people would think it's kind of weird that the only necessarily life goal I seem to ever really think too much on is, like, getting married and have kids. And that's maybe just because, like, when that's what's most important to you, I guess, because that, to me, what that means to me is that people and family are more important than whatever job I could ever be doing. Like, if I ever had, like, a big passion, something I could pursue, but, I don't know. Being able to have a healthy family life is something that I guess I would like to have. Maybe it's because it comes deeply rooted from the fact that my parents, my birth parents, not my step parents or whatever, I never realized growing up how much tension and fighting and bickering and bitterness that was in the family life growing up, because it was normal to me, so I just valued family that much that it was like that wanting to have the most important part of your life to be properly in order was more important than what job you were doing or what career path you chose, because that stuff's all temporary, because, at least to me. Which is why people look at me and think I don't have aspirations. I'm like, no, I just care more about what's more important. Like, I don't care what job I'm doing as long as, I can provide what needs to be. I kind of feel that way too, and I guess since I'm literally almost 30 and freaking a 90s kid, that's probably what they look at me as, because that's just what the society I grew up in was. Like, I have other things I would like to do with my life. I just don't. That's the thing. There's certain things that I don't know that are or are not in my control. And at the very least, if I'm married, I definitely know I can control how I treat other people. as opposed to, like, you know, jobs are luck based sometimes, even when you have a career. Like, I have a friend who went to freaking business college for like 4 years, got a degree and everything, and he's been out for like 4 or 5 years and has never worked in his studied profession once, and it's sad. I just want a blue feather. Is that too much to ask? Far too much. I see, Kudo, you and me are kind of on the same wavelength. You want to receive a feather, I want to give one. I would say that's like the meme, we are not the same, but it's like almost exactly the same. Just role reversal. That's not a pass or anything. I feel like I should say that. That was just a common thing. No, commality is not a word, which is what I just tried to say. That doesn't make any sense at all. No, I feel bad. No, that's not what I meant. Oh, no, see? This is what happens when I start talking the first thing that comes into my head because I'm tired. Now I've insulted people. I'm sorry. Two sides of the same coin, or as as one of my favorite animes once said, you're two halves of a whole idiot. I don't remember where. I think I remember where, but I don't remember where I heard that from. But honestly, I don't know why that phrase just makes me laugh. He's like Dante and Virgil. Yo, I would say I want to be one, but I don't actually know if Virgil is way cooler than Dante or not. Dante's pretty cool. No. Where did I get that? Where did I hear that phrase? See, I'm getting myself in trouble. This is probably what people mean when they tell me I'm really bad at communicating. Which is funny because I used to think I pride myself on good communication. No, I just open my mouth and insert my foot all the time. Here only half. I'm the whole. I can accept. This is probably why I don't get dates. Or, to be fair, I need to literally stop trying to ask out people that I find out later are literally already taken. I have such terrible luck lately. Ever since I got out of my last relationship, I have had the worst luck in finding people I'm interested in. Because it's like, good grief. I haven't really tried online dating or anything like that. Part of me thinks that's kind of impersonal. But I'm also way better at communicating in text than in person. As, like, case in point, I'm here making a fool of myself, so. It's like, escape out. I mean, Ice, you know. It kind of was. In a way, it was kind of like that. It's a shame that it ended up being that way. Never, you know, it's not a good thing. I think it's also the slight background music that's playing because of the winter music. It makes me super reflective. Is that the word? I am confused. Online dating is a last resort for a lot of well-intentioned folk. Yeah, that's fair. You're not the only one cursed with knowledge. It's like I joke with these type of things and give people advice like, I lead others to a treasure I cannot possess. But also, I mostly haven't been looking super hard. Mostly because, one, like, yeah, I get lonely, but I'm also financially stable for the most part, which is a very nice thing to be. I don't have to worry about things like that. But also at the same time, I'm supposed to be moving sometime this year, and getting into a relationship and then moving, it would be like the biggest jerk move to pull. So it's like, I'm trying not to go out of my way But if like I'm the type of person like I'm not going out of my way, but if it happens, it happens. But that's literally how my last two relationships happened. That's literally possibly also why they did not work out. But see, then I'm also the type of person that I'm overly giving to the point where I'm almost a doormat. So, and it's not because it's like, oh, I have no self-respect for myself. It's just like when you care about somebody, you sometimes you overly give. It's not necessarily a good thing. The Sigma grind said. I highly recommend not taking any of my dating advice. I don't think it necessarily has a very high success rate. Sora be like, I want that dating book. I'm like, Sora, it's not real. I don't know, Jack. I just know about girls with obsessions with pumpkin hairdos. You know, one of these days, we're going back, and I'm gonna have my heart broken by the pumpkin girl all over again. But this time it'll be in HD. I feel like that's something that the Kudo has absolutely no idea what I'm talking about, and that makes no sense. Wow, it really has been over a year since I finished Skyward Sword, though, hasn't it? I haven't even thought about it. I didn't play it at all last year because I didn't want to play Skyward Sword again that fast. Not a clue. First rule of dating rulebook is never use dating rulebook. I feel like I have lots of great ideas that I can't put into practice. I mean, you would think of someone that plays this much Harvest Moon and stuff, I would be a whiz at dating. Yeah, but to be fair, you can't just give people gifts in real life constantly, and you know, because then you look like a simp. In this, it's gameplay. Wait, did I? I defeat them. Part of me wishes someone had clipped every single time I said write that down, and then just to see what would happen. I didn't charge enough. Whoops. And I messed up the cycle. This is the problem I have with Harvest Moon games like these. It's like, because I enjoy them so much, I end up becoming in a routine, and now here I am, like, doing the same things in the game all the time. It's like, man, it's like, I wouldn't care about monotony in real life, but, like, when it's in a video game, it's kind of pretty sad. It's like in a video game, it's like this. Like, I wouldn't mind coming home to the same happy, smiling wife that is just happy to see me and doesn't have a whole lot of interesting things to say, because that wouldn't matter. Because, you know, sometimes you know someone so well, there's not a lot to talk about. It's just like this game, but it's different when it's a video game. Like, yes, I'm reminded. I don't know. I think I'm rambling again. It probably is happening again. I'm losing track of my brain. I feel like I'm saying some insightful things, but that I'm not realizing I am. Just is like, this stream is my personal vlog. Like those Tobuscus vlogs or something. Man, that was something that used to be super popular back when I was first getting into the internet, that I never really truly understood was vlogging. I never understood it. Because it's basically, again, you know, it's video blogging. But I never understood blogging either. I'm like, who wants to complain to literally nobody? But isn't that kind of what I do right now? To think this was almost a Mystery Dungeon stream. Honestly, part of me, I'm like, and not a rambling stream. I think that was part of the reason why I knew I was getting tired, and I'm like, either I'm going to fall asleep playing Harvest Moon, or the same thing that's going to happen the last time I was tired is going to happen. I'm going to fill all this game's silence with my incessant rambling. But I plan to do more Mystery Dungeon later this week when I'm not as tired. I was partially worried I would taint the experience by being too tired, and this was an easier experience to taint. And then here we are. And I think everybody likes to ramble to some people at some point. It's like everybody needs to be heard at some point. It's like sometimes people just need a hug. Wait, I already talked about that earlier. I forgot that I had already made that comment. I don't know if my rambling streams are entertaining or funny or not. I really have no idea. I don't know what type of people watch them in the VODs. Well, no, it was who was in here earlier that watches them through the VODs came from YouTube. What was it? What was the name? I'm so tired. I'm not remembering. It was. But yeah, like. I have to wonder if there are people out there that rewatch my VODs later. So, well, there's Sora. Yeah, there's Sora. I didn't specifically mean Sora. Seriously random. You know, there have been times where I felt like I was so strapped for something fun to talk about or something to fill time with. Because sometimes when I go on stream, I worry that I'm not going to have anything fun to talk about. Especially in these Harvest Moon streams. Because, like... as you can tell, the gameplay is not giving me much to work off of at this point. It's kind of just riding it out till the end of the game. So I always worry about it. There have been times where I've actually purposely thought about taking, like, not cough syrup, but, you know, like, those like, Dayquil or something, or NyQuil, like, that makes you kind of drowsy, just to, just to literally ramble my thoughts, and every time that happens, people think I'm drunk. I can talk about Dragon Quest again. No, I'm not necessarily running out of stuff to say. I mean, the stream's gonna be over soon. I know sometimes I normally go to like midnight or 1 or whatever, but I'm also going on over 30 hours without sleep, and I'm gonna crash eventually. I don't want to stay up so long that then I end up not being able to sleep. What in the world is the matter? You're acting strange. I just want to be validated. Is it so much to ask, Ellie? Wait, what's Sunday again? Who comes here on Sunday? Is it Lou? Which I don't know why she's named that in this game. We talked about Sonic games too. Wait, okay. Oh, food? I know you don't have a carry-out menu. There's no food here. This is just booze. I already don't need any more help with that. You know what? Here, just take the wild grape water. Wait, that was just 1 stat point? What the frick? I could just drink, like, 50 bottles of water, you know. Water's free. Alright, that's fine. Random question. I guess it works well because both there are viewers and content creators in here, which works well. I always like getting that kind of feedback when it happens. What are your guys' thoughts on people that stream games that come out like right around the time they launch? Like people were saying that, you know, to maybe watch Kirby Day 1. But I always used to like to think sometimes I'm like, I could be one of those people that plays it day 1, and there's tons of people are. But am I supposed to? You need rest. That's not healthy. Yeah, that's true. But how do you? I always sometimes think, well, maybe I should be one of those people that doesn't stream the game everyone else is and their mother is streaming. I never understand why all the big content creators go for the newest game, because it's just like you're literally fighting over the viewership at that point. If you want to play it blind, though, that's true. This is Styles. We don't even got my apple juice. I know. Now for getting Valley, we got a whole lot of oddball ingredients. I'm talking kooky. They'd shock you. Oh yeah, like the light bulb plant fruit. Yeah, since I haven't been able, I don't really get to interact with a lot of streamers, honestly, especially ones that actually know I'm a streamer as well. But there's like Blue Awning as well, but we don't, him and me don't get to talk very often, mostly because when we are streaming, we usually stream at the same times, so that's true. If you're doing it because you're legitimately excited for it, I think it's different than just doing it for the attention. You know, like everyone's talking about it, might as well do it. Have I really done that? I tend not to. I usually, if I do day one streams of something, it's usually because I'm actually personally excited for it. Do you like cooking? I got this thing for you. Have you ever heard of super caffeine? Oh boy, do I need some super caffeine right now. It's a real good pick me up when you're feeling pick me down. Excuse me, that is the most southern thing I've ever heard in my life. And I've heard a lot of southern things. Now listen closely. You need some regular caffeine. You can buy those from the clinic, and some green grass. Blend them together in your mixer, and that's that. And that's that on that. Trust me, on one sip stuff perk you right up. What happened to you? This is not your... Why are you acting like a completely different character in this video game? Her name's not even Lou, but because I keep being told it's Lou, I don't remember her actual name. Check in Quest 11. You need me for something? No, not particularly. I think I'm actually immune to caffeine. Like, this is probably going to sound like a very southern thing, despite the fact... Well, her name is Lou in this game, but in A Wonderful Life, where the game she's from, she has a completely different name. I don't know, but for some reason I can't remember what it is. My brain is too tired to remember. I don't know why they changed the name in between the games like that. When it's the same character. What was I? I was about to say something. Oh, yeah. I know what I was saying. I think I'm immune to caffeine because, I was saying, yeah, it sounds like a southern thing I was about to say, but I'm literally always been in Ohio almost my entire life, so I've never really lived in the South. I've, like, grown up on sweet tea since, like, as far back as I can physically remember. And, like, because my mom and dad were into it. And, the caffeine might be, or I'm just gotten so tired I can't feel tired anymore. But, I've drank it since, like, apparently my mom told me I used to drink that sweet tea out of baby bottles when I was, like, 1 or something. When I was old enough to be, you know, eating normal people foods. And I'm just like, really? I'm like, well, maybe this is the reason why I grew up with having a distaste for water. I had to acquire a taste for water, as sad as that sounds. Because I didn't grow up with it, which is really, really weird to think about. That sounds extremely sad. Also, we had a lot of game days done today. We're done with the 7th of winter. Yeah, acquired a taste for... Exactly. For some reason, I hated water growing up. Because I was so used to drinks that had flavor to them. Like milk or... like I was never really good as a kid at drinking things that didn't have a flavor. I felt like they needed to taste like something, so I never liked water because it tasted like nothing. It all makes sense now. Like, I remember being forced to learn how to like water by my first girlfriend because she was worried that I was gonna get, like, early onset diabetes from all the tea and pop I would drink, and she was right to think that. She was very worried, and she was doing whatever she could to entice me to drink more and more water. I'm like, this is not healthy. Okay, where's Pingu? Is Pingu not inside? It's just Boss. Pingu. Even now, it's like I still need to drink more water. I drink too much unhealthy things. I don't know where Pingu is. Pingu gets to stay outside for the night. Maybe the caffeine and all the tea I drink does actually work, but I just don't feel it because it's so part of my normal everyday. I think I'll not. Well, no, it's it's not so much that I get diabetes from not drinking enough water, but more so the fact that the only other things I'm drinking, that isn't water, is all sugary based stuff. I'm not drinking enough of. It's less about less water intake and more about too much sugar intake, which is why I have very terrible teeth. What is that noise? Is that the rain, or is it the heater? I don't know. Too much sugar when I was one. Yeah, I still remember the time when I was a kid. I was so obsessed with sugar that this will be the last game day. I was so obsessed with sugar as a kid that I remember climbing onto the kitchen counter to get into the sugar jar to eat sugar out of my hand. And the funny thing is, I never did it again because I didn't know that I had dug my hands into the salt jar, and I had a whole mouthful of salt, and that was the punishment I got for that. But Fisher be fished, no Fisher mediocrity, cast your line for excellence in real. Time for the episode of the Fishing Fact Show. Fisher be fished. Today we got a famous angler, Mr. Fisher, talking to us about what we can fish up during the icy season in winter. Oh, Mr. Fisher! Hello there, Mr. Fisher here. Fish don't tend to be very active in winter, but as long as you keep burning midnight oil, you can still fish some whoppers. I want a whopper now. Head to the ocean in the winter, you'll find plenty of cod and yellowtail. Meanwhile, silver carp are everywhere downstream. Show what kind of fish do I need to find these beauties. Thank you very much. See you again next time, folks. Imagine how grim of a life you must be if your name is literally Fisher. Like, you're just going to expect it to be an angler at that point. You just don't have a choice. It's over. With flour instead of salt. Oh, God. You know what? I don't know what it would taste like to have a mouthful of flour. What's this? Congratulations. You're a winner. Oh. A regularly supervised raffle process. You're now a winner. I guarantee it's not as bad as salt. Yeah, having a whole mouthful of sugar, salt as a kid, is definitely, in a way, traumatizing. You know what? I never did it again. I was in a lot of trouble for that, on top of getting a whole mouthful of sugar. Or mouthful of salt. Oh, there's the other egg. Platinum mayonnaise. If it's platinum mayonnaise, does it have a metal? They say he's still salty to this day. I'm just, like, super sensitive to taste. Like, I'm the type of person that, like, some people be like, oh, you can drink, like, things with Splenda in it. It's fine. I'm the type of person that can't stomach things like artificial sweeteners because it just doesn't taste right to me. There was a time where someone dropped the tiniest little speck of cinnamon in the sugar bowl, and when they made the gallon of sweet tea, I could taste the cinnamon through the tea, despite the fact that there was only a slight amount. I've always been weird like that. You can take that out of context if you like. I mean, it's true. I will say I hate the way that you have to grow perfection in this game in terms of different generations of animals. It feels wrong. I don't like the process. Did Ramirez just vanish, or does he properly leave? I don't remember. You know, the thing is, I'm feeding these animals, and I'm not remembering to milk them, so therefore I'm just wasting my time. Well, not wasting my time, but like I'm not getting anything out of taking care of them. He gave us that. Okay, I'm so out of it, I've completely forgot. I need to get past you. I really wish that these animals wouldn't overlap. Or just shift where they're at. I can feel the strain on my eyes. I'm definitely gonna have to quit after this one. I need to step away from being on the screen. Depending on how my plans work out tomorrow, I may or may not be streaming tomorrow night. I'm going to be meeting up with some friends. I know I don't normally stream. Wait, actually, tomorrow is Wednesday. I do normally stream on Wednesday. What am I saying? So I may not be streaming tomorrow night, but we'll see. I feel like I missed a cow. Did I have 2 brown cows? I do not. I thought for sure I did, but I guess this is what happens. How now, brown cow? I still have to do other... Whoop, I threw something in there. I still have, like, responsibilities around the house I gotta get done. Like, there's... For the moving, I gotta go through all these boxes out here, so when the weather's nice, I gotta do that. I'm trying to get back into the gym more because, man, I'm tired of being overweight. I may not be able to control my teeth very well at this point, or my hair, but at the very least I can control my weight. What was... Ugh. I wish I had something more interesting to do in the winter in this game, but then again, I feel like that's my feeling about this game in general. I'm going to try and remember the next time I stream this game to do more in-depth stuff involving the mines. Because that's a part of the content I've never actually touched before. Because it was always confusing to me as a kid. Because I used to play the original of this on the Game Boy Advance. Excuse me. I don't actually know exactly why I'm not, like, conked out. Maybe it's because I think that's why I've been rambling so much, because I subconsciously know my only defense to not falling asleep is to be constantly active mentally, and that's just talking. Imagine playing Harvest Moon with that guy. That was me as a kid when I played Friends of Minortown on Game Boy Advance. I played my sister's copy, which is I never got to play as a boy until like years later. But I just enjoyed the gameplay, so it didn't bother me. My sister picked the husband, and I just played the game. Wait, what? What? Yo, HG, how's it going, God? Pan. I've got a message for a certain Rim who's always sending me offerings. What? With my power, I can let you warp instantly to a convenient spot in the mines you've already reached. Which floor is good, you ask? Well, the next time you enter either of the 2 mines, you'll be able to choose. Or you would have, but you haven't even reached floor 50 of a mine yet. Wow! Thanks, God, for your sick burn. Too bad. You're going to have to dig deeper, I say. Once you get to the 50th floor, you'll be able to warp. You're fine with no spouse. Dang, thanks. That moment when God descends down from heaven to be like, get good, scrub. That's me right now. Yeah, back in the day, I didn't know how to get married in these games. It was difficult. Yo, purple stuff. I think, like, mining was always one of my most favorite ways outside of farming to make money. But it was also, like, one of the least There's a She put an elevator button on here. It was just a shame, like, it was one of the more fun things to do, because it was fun digging up treasures and hopefully finding something cool. Just to realize that, you know, all these magical gemstones are somehow worth less than standard produce. Like, how does that make sense logically? You'd think gemstones would be worth, like, dozens more. What are all these things I ended up getting? Turquoise, garnet, sapphire, scrap ore, aquamarine, amethyst. Yo, look, it's a Harvest Moon game where the sapphire is actually blue and not pink. Okay, where they're usually pink in Rune Factory, not Harvest Moon. I keep saying Harvest Moon. This is like, yo, elevator. Well, I should probably rest up or I'm just going to kill myself. I'm so used to having infinite amounts of stamina that I'm not noticing when I'm burning my stamina through like a candle lit on both ends. Man, that was just, I was stretching for an analogy there. Maybe all my freaking tea intake is the reason why you don't sleep very well, because the caffeine does still have an effect on me, despite growing up with it my whole life. If I'm not drinking it constantly, I have a freaking mental crash. That's the last of this bottle now. I have the overwhelming urge to go brush my teeth. It's sad because I don't really know what else to do in this game at this point. I don't know how long you have to wait for the child to grow up. I think I may do the streams of this game until, like, I've run out of things to do. I feel like I'm almost out of that, other than going for the cursed tools, but it's like, that's so complicated for a game that I've basically already finished at this point. Like, I get that there's still stuff to do, but is there really, though? It's just more so to see how long you want to go. If you want to get, like, the villa and stuff, you gotta grind. It's taken me 3 years to get 1,000,000 gold, and I have tons of freaking stuff I can sell from the horse races. I guess that was a pretty decent amount of money for all them gemstones, but I had a lot of gemstones. What is that noise? Something is moving around. The nieces better not be back. I guess I just get the fish for the next 5 minutes. What I wouldn't give to have a recording studio or recording room back inside instead of outside, but this is what happens when your roommate becomes a freaking pothead and kicks you out so they can have their pot farm. He says it was to fix up and sell his house, but I know it was just to sell weed. That's the only reason I'm still living back with my mom again in the first place. I have a problem with my mom. I feel like I don't judge anyone who does. Like, living in society is difficult now. I am in a garage. The problem is, I got, like, kicked out kind of short notice. I'm supposed to be planning on moving to another state soon, so I didn't find it, like, money-wise intelligent to try and get a whole, like, new lease somewhere that I don't know how long I'd be keeping it for. So when I moved back in with my mom, there's no room in the house. But they didn't want to, like, not have me have a place to go. So my computer is all in the garage, and my bed is in the dining room. It's not even my bed. It's just a small bed. I haven't slept in my own bed in almost a year at this rate. About 9 months. It's just, ugh. Like, elements of me miss still living back by myself. But within the next few months, that should all be back to normal. I'll actually have proper space. Like, I don't know when I'll be living right back on my own, but to find a place to live down here on Earth is pretty tough. I mean, it's true. My mom was gonna end our place when we have it built in Pennsylvania, which is where I'm moving. I live in Ohio, I'm moving to Pennsylvania. And it's like, they're having the house built big enough to have lots of extra bedrooms, so they're planning on me staying there until they want to try and get me a place set up there, like, individually, not living with them. And, at least then I'll be back in proper indoors. and they want to have the whole house run on Ethernet. So honestly, that'll probably mediate tons of our stream problems as long as I can actually have it taken care of. All right, I'm gonna head back to the house. Kudo lore. Earth kind of sucks sometimes, though. I feel like I'm too afraid of heights to ever go to space. That's literally heights everywhere. Well, thank you. I'm hoping so too. Whenever they finish getting the house built, I think they're just trying to take us for a ride. Like, oh, they're gonna make it take longer, so we have to pay them more money. Let me get the items put away, and I will save for today. Weirdly enough, part of my brain thinks, like, man, I went on way long tonight, and I realized, no, this is about as long as I expected to go, so maybe a tiny bit longer, like maybe like 10, 15 minutes. You'll see me the next time I stream, Ellie, whenever that happens. So, I don't know. The next stream, which is either going to be maybe tomorrow night, depending on when I am done hanging out with the friends I will be going to see. Ow, ears. Oh, I can hear the crickets really loud. Will be Mystery Dungeons the next stream. It'll either be tomorrow night or it'll be the night after. I need to get out of the garage. Yeah, so I'll update you guys tomorrow on Discord when I know for sure. That's the reason why I haven't put a stream schedule in Discord this week, because this is vacation week. I really don't even know my schedule, which is kind of weird. Oh, the hood and headphones just messed my hair up really bad. But yep, the next stream either tomorrow night or the night after will be more Mystery Dungeon 2: The Explorers of the Sky. So sorry, my brain's a little foggy at the moment, because now that like I'm winding down stream, my brain is starting to mush again. It started off the stream mush. I kind of mushed into like some kind of stream sandwich patty, and now it's mush again to fill apart. But thank you Kudo, for joining. I hope you enjoy yourself too, and you isolate as well, and everyone else. That's all of my lurkers that are out there. Hope you guys had a good night too. Sorry, that is incredibly rude of me. Have a good night, everybody, and I will see you guys in the next stream, where I probably won't be this exhausted. Have a good night, everybody. I'll see you next time. Bye.